Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, it's going to be about why you should care about your dressing. This is pretty much a hot topic. It is still a topic that I debate with a lot of people, and I'm happy to talk about it because of course I still know the opinion out there that why should you care so much about how you look on the outside when all it matters is who you are on the inside. Now, we have never said that what you are on the inside, what you have achieved, your credibility, all these innate things are obviously very important, you know. And of course, caring only on the outside is something very superficial. But there is something that I want to share with you about the psychology of what we wear and how it actually affects other people's perception of you that is very important that you should not ignore, because I think a lot of times when you don't feel confident, even you have done all your inner work, you know who you are, you know your personality, you know your strength, your weakness, you have a lot of achievement in your life, there are some parts of you that is still not holistic. This could be some of the reasons. I know a lot of people that could not reach their potential simply because they kind of neglect the non-verbal communication side that they could control. So we do a lot of study about, you need to say the right things, you need to meet the right people, you need to influence people. Of course, there's also the part where, you need to be able to read people's body language, you need to show the right body language, these are all non-verbal. So your aesthetics and what you wear is also part of the non-verbal communication that you might not know what kind of signals that you're sending out. So how you do your hair, whether your hairstyle matches your outfit, the colors of your wardrobe, or if you are repeatedly wearing something that, unconsciously shape your behavior. So I think this is what I'm trying to I'm obviously very into psychology, and so I know that as I was growing up, I'm always trying to find the meaning to things, and I always ask why. So I guess this is how I got into this whole world of fashion. Like, I'm always very intrigued with the things that people wear, why they chose it, how is it linked to their lifestyle, how is it linked to their persona. This could also be when you meet someone, when you look at what they wear, it's just when you're scanning through their appearance, what are these possible psychological effects that would happen? What kind of things that you will perceive? Okay, so in my next few videos, I will give you a little bit more examples and practical tips on how you can master what you wear in order to create the kind of social perception or communication that you want. Alright, so there are 5 elements that would affect social perceptions in terms of fashion styling. So the first one is called the clothing style. So your clothing style obviously is where people will perceive whether you are competent or not. This is just an example. So obviously we know that when a person has a certain style, when you see someone that is very feminine or you see someone that is very masculine, you would kind of have a perception of them. So in these studies and the survey is that people who wear more feminine clothes, they are perceived to be a little bit more compassionate, a little bit more approachable, not as assertive, compared to someone that actually turns up for a job interview, for example, wearing slightly more masculine clothes, something sharper, more structured. The colors are not too bright, it's more subdued. So this is going to create the perception that the person is more suitable for a managerial role, which may not be true. Okay, it's just what the person is wearing, because it's more dominating, it is more assertive because it's a masculine style. So this is the kind of signal that it will give up. So obviously there are many clothing styles, and there are many types of communication to talk about. So this is just one example. The clothing style can determine your competency in terms of what kind of behavior you're going to demonstrate at work. So this is one thing to think about. The second element is the fashionability, right? So what is fashionability? Basically, it means that whether your outfit, the way you style yourself, whether it's up to date, whether it's according to the current trends. Obviously, you don't have to be a trendsetter, you don't have to be fashion forward. It's that if you show a kind of an element in what you wear that it's very current with what's happening right now. So to give you an example, well, this video depends on when you watch it, because trends are, always changing. So what I'm saying, if you watch this at a later stage, it's not going to be relevant anymore. So I'm just going to give you an example according to what's trending right now. So example, nowadays, obviously people are going for your monochromatic set, where it's the same colored, like a set. It kind of represents like this is the trend that is going on for most people. And of course, like right now, it is your summer season, so you will see people wearing more of like linen material. You will see more laces, more that kind of like crochet style. So when you wear things like that to a beach party or like to a gathering with friends, you will appear like you know what are the trends that's happening. You wouldn't wear something that, for example, maybe espadrilles, I'll put a picture somewhere, it's no longer trending, and then you wear something that you bought like 6 years ago, and then now you don't really see like all these fashion brands carrying espadrille. You will kind of look out of place. Not to say that it looks bad on you, it's just it kind of reflects your fashionability. It reflects whether you are aware with the state of what's happening in today's world when it comes to fashion. And then the third element is obviously one of the most powerful, which is the clothing color, right? So we know that the psychology of color, it's very powerful in a way where if you don't believe it, you try to remember the times that you go to a waiting room, whether it's at a clinic or a hospital, where you need to be more calm. You will notice that the waiting room area is usually in this like pastel, powdery shade, like baby blue. It's usually in a shade where it's calming, or like beige. Or when you go to a spa, you will see like more nature inspired kind of colors, where it's more woody brown. You wouldn't suddenly see like a hot pink or like a bright yellow at a spa. It's too much hyped up energy. If you go to a fast food restaurant, it's so different from a fine dining restaurant. The color palette itself, the interior, right, is that a fast food restaurant, normally you would see like bright red or orange, because these are colors that actually rushes through like your adrenaline. It makes you hungry. So there's a lot of psychology to color. Before I babble along, because I can actually make a bunch of videos about the psychology of color, is that there are studies showing that, they got a bunch of guys and actually got them to judge the attractiveness of the ladies who are dressed in different color. And obviously, the lady that is wearing red got the highest vote in terms of attractiveness because of that sexuality. Now, the fourth element is actually the attractiveness. So what do we mean by attractiveness? It's not your physical appearance. It's more about, let's say it's a white shirt, okay? There are different kinds of white shirt. So if you are not very aesthetically sensible, you do not know what is a high quality white shirt, you will just go for any kind of white shirt, which is why we have stylists, right? Because we do the editing for you, like what kind of white shirt suits, which one looks higher quality, and so on. So it's a difference between like you get a white shirt, whether it's higher quality or lower quality. Obviously, the higher quality one will reflect more beauty and higher aesthetic qualities. Perhaps it's the collar style, it's the material, it's the cuff. It doesn't look cheap. So this, surprisingly, in the study, when I was reading the book, it's that it is linked to when people wear attractive outfits where it's higher quality, it actually links to them appearing more intelligent, higher morality, my goodness, and better adjusted and more competent. So, wow, I mean, people who really study hard and they are extremely intelligent and maybe have very high morality, but because they are not conscious enough and they wear low quality clothes. So you see, there is this like, it has to link, it will kind of not bring out the best in you. So the attractiveness, the aesthetics of that particular outfit is very important too. And then last but not least, the final element is the general variables. So what are these general variables? Are like overall grooming, the cleanliness, the shabbiness of your entire image presentation. So it is said that if your grooming is not well, the survey that was done is that it's linked to people thinking that you have poor memory skills. And those people who don't take care of their grooming, let's say you have a stain or you just have, I don't know, body odor or something that does not reflect cleanliness, does not reflect like a well-groomed individual, it is likely that they are perceived to be more delinquent and kind of like a person that is not dutiful, they don't really care, and it's irresponsible than those who are more well-groomed. So your image can be engineered, and it's very important that we reflect who we really are on the inside. Perhaps by dressing in a certain way, it can kind of unconsciously shape your behavior. As you know, in this the whole finding of this study is that whatever that you wear, okay, not only that it will affect the perceiver's opinion of you, but it does unconsciously affect the way you behave as well. So depends on how you're going to use it, depends on how you see all. So these are the 5 elements to how it can influence social perception. This is how you kind of be more aware and take control of your non-verbal communication, as it's as important as what you communicate. And if you are stuck in terms of really trying to feel the most confident in whatever that you do, perhaps it is the non-verbal communication that you have not mastered. And I hope that the awareness of these 5 elements is going to shift your mindset a little bit, and then hopefully you will stay tuned to my next video where I will pick apart one by one how you can look for clothes, style yourself to send the right non-verbal communication. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!